Today, I want to talk about breaking free from the boundaries that hold you back. You see, we all face limitations somewhere external, but most of them are internal. The voices, the doubts, the beliefs we've inherited or cultivated that whisper, you can't do this or you're not enough. Today is the day we silence those voices. First, I want you to identify your self-imposed boundaries. Think about it. How many dreams have you set aside? Not because the dream was impossible, but because you told yourself it was. You accepted these invisible boundaries, but I'm here to tell you, you don't have to. You are capable of so much more than you've allowed yourself to believe. Identifying your self-imposed boundaries is the first crucial step toward unlocking your limitations. We often talk about limitations as though they're things beyond our control, obstacles placed in our way by circumstances, people, or fate. But what if the real boundaries aren't outside of us? What if they're self-imposed, rooted in our beliefs, mindsets, and assumptions about what's possible? Self-imposed boundaries are often the invisible cages we create within our minds. These are the limits we place on ourselves based on past experiences, societal conditioning, and sometimes simply from a lack of self-belief. We tend to build mental fences around what we can and cannot do. If you've ever found yourself saying, I could never do that, or people like me don't succeed at this, then you've already felt the effect of self-imposed limitations. These statements might seem harmless, but over time, they build a psychological wall that keeps you from even attempting to move forward. We absorb these limitations in ways we may not even realize. Often they start in childhood when we're told to be careful, to follow rules, to stay within certain acceptable boundaries. We hear these messages repeatedly from teachers, parents, friends, and society at large, and they start shaping our inner narrative. As a result, our confidence begins to rely on approval and permission rather than own inner potential. Over time, this mindset solidifies, making it hard for us to even recognize the limitless potential within ourselves. Imagine this, you're a bird, but you've spent your life inside a cage with bars so strong that after a while you stop trying to fly. You come to believe that your wings are just decorative, that flying is for other birds. One day the cage door opens, but you don't even notice because you've already accepted that flying is out of reach for you. Many of us are like that bird. The door is open, the possibilities are there, but we can't even see them because our minds are so conditioned to believe in our own limitations. To identify these boundaries, we must begin by challenging the stories we tell ourselves. Take a close look at the language you use when you think about your dreams or ambitions. When a new opportunity arises, do you respond with excitement or hesitation? Do you instinctively start listing all the reasons it won't work? If so, it's time to start questioning those responses. Why are they there? Who told you they were true? And most importantly, are they actually true? This process isn't about ignoring reality. Yes, there are real challenges in life, but self-imposed limitations often make those challenges seem bigger than they actually are. By questioning the beliefs behind your limitations, you can start dismantling them piece by piece. For instance, if you've always told yourself, I'm not good at speaking in public, challenge that thought. What if it's not that you're not good, but that you've never had the chance to try, or you've never practiced enough to gain confidence? When we break down the boundaries we've built, we start to see what's possible. Another way to identify these limitations is to look at moments of envy or admiration. When you see someone achieving something you've always dreamed of, do you feel a pang of envy? Instead of letting that envy turn into self-doubt, ask yourself what it's telling you. Often the things we envy in others are things we wish for ourselves but don't believe we can achieve. By recognizing these feelings as clues, you can uncover desires you may have buried due to self-doubt or fear of failure. The truth is, self-imposed limitations are often a way of protecting ourselves from disappointment. If we believe we can't, we won't try, and if we don't try, we can't fail. But avoiding failure by refusing to try isn't living fully, it's merely surviving. Growth happens on the other side of comfort, and every time you push against your self imposed boundaries, you're expanding your capacity for success, for joy, and for fulfillment. So take the time to reflect on your thoughts and actions. Write down your goals and observe the thoughts that surface as you consider pursuing them. Are they thoughts of excitement or are they thoughts of fear and self doubt? Challenge these thoughts, reframe them. Start telling yourself new stories that allow for possibility rather than limitation. In the end, identifying self-imposed boundaries is about gaining self-awareness and choosing to see yourself differently. It's about recognizing that the only real barriers are the ones you accept. And today you can choose to accept a new truth. You have the power to rewrite your own narrative, expand your mindset, and unlock your full potential. Shifting your mindset is essential for breaking free from limitations and unlocking your potential. Mindset is the foundation of everything you do, shaping how you perceive the world, how you react to challenges, and what you believe is possible. To change your mindset means to transform the very lens through which you view life and yourself, moving from a place of self-doubt, fear, and scarcity into a place of confidence, courage, and abundance. So often we operate from a mindset of limitation because we have internalized beliefs and narratives that tell us what we can't do. This mindset is rooted in fear and doubt, convincing us to stay small, to stick with what's comfortable, and to avoid anything that feels risky or uncertain. It's like being trapped in a box with the word impossible written on every side. With every step you consider taking outside of your comfort zone, you're reminded of all the reasons why it won't work, why you might fail, or why you're not enough. Shifting your mindset, however, allows you to see beyond this box. It's a process of actively choosing to focus on possibility and potential instead of limitations. This doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending that challenges don't exist. Instead, it means adopting a mindset that sees challenges as opportunities for growth rather than barriers. It's about learning to trust in your abilities and believing that with the right effort, dedication, and resilience, you can achieve things that once seemed out of reach. A powerful way to begin this mindset shift is to embrace a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. When you have a scarcity mindset, you're always worried that there's not enough, whether it's resources, opportunities, or your own skills. You fear missing out, losing, or failing because you're convinced there's not enough to go around. This fear keeps you from taking risks or pushing your boundaries. But an abundance mindset sees the world as full of possibility. When you believe there's enough time, enough opportunities, enough success for everyone, you're more willing to take chances, share with others, and embrace growth. With abundance, you realize that
You have life will test you, but now that you are well built, you mm, I am worth is not your valuable is not determined by attend you are enough as you are growing into who you will become. I am grateful even if I one things to be thankful for. Gratitude shift your responsibility is the anchor that keeps your soul beat. I am focused. Distractions will, but remind yourself every morning what your goals into lock in your vision and let no noise detail you. I am become every sunrise as a you are not defined by yesterday or today. Speak into excitance or person you. Remember the set the tone for your day and speak power, speak purpose, speak resilience because if you don't, someone else will.